Where does on-demand streaming services leave traditional TV broadcasters? That's the subject of today's edition of Inside AB. I'm Jeremy Lawrence, and to talk about this, I'm joined by Shay Shakeel. So, Shay, we've seen the rapid rise in on-demand services. How does that affect these TV broadcasters?
Well, I mean, the rapid rise is absolutely correct. I mean, in the last few years, we've seen Netflix enter the UAE. That was big business, big news. OSN, which is the region's biggest pay TV broadcaster, has also, they started its own on-demand services, OSN Go, OSN Play, and it's now got Wavo on its portfolio. You have IC Telly, and of course, then you have Stars Play. Stars Play was founded in 2014 and has raised about $125 million, has over 10,000 hours of content on it, and now has 700,000 subscribers on its platform. So it's really rapid growth that's coming from the on-demand sector. Absolutely.
Okay. And how do the big TV broadcasters fit into this growth?
Well, it's a bit complicated. I mean, we've been having a lot of conversations with these services and broadcasters. And in our last conversation with the Stars Play founder, Maj Sheikh, he said he's not exactly competing with pay-to-air TV or direct-to-home TV. The core demand comes from users who are really trying to access foreign language and English language content that has come off cinema screens, come off TV screens, and they just want to be able to access it, say, anytime they want when they come back home from work, for instance. Now, with the growth of high-speed internet, these on-demand streaming companies see they don't really need those set-top boxes, which the pay TV broadcasters need to be able to broadcast content. They just make an app, it's on your phone, and you can get it. So that's really the core market that they cater to when they come up with these kind of services.
Okay, so we're saying things like Wavo from OSN, they're an attempt by the more traditional providers to fight back?
Yes, I mean, in a lot of ways, yes. I mean, pay TV and the direct-to-home broadcasters still account for about 80 to 90% of the market. I mean, on-demand streaming services are really just less than 5% of the actual market.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's expected to grow really. In fact, it came from like 1% in 2014 to about less than 5% now. So it's a really rapid rise. But I mean, what they're trying to do is they're not necessarily competing, but with Wavo, what they have is like, so they have all these shows, all these sporting events, all these news broadcasts, and once they've aired them, they have nowhere to go. So with Wavo and all these platforms, they can then push them off and try to get some more revenue out of that. Now what's happening is that the streaming companies are realizing that they need to create more relevant, more local content to be able to tap into, increased growth. So what Stars Play, for instance, has done with its catalog is a huge catalog of Bollywood movies, Pakistani soap operas. So it's translating and putting Arabic subtitles on them to get that, that growth in the subscriber base. I mean, the majority of people that watch TV and use these services are Arabic speaking. When they log on to these services, they watch Hollywood movies. So there's a plateau to the amount of growth that these services can have. Now, when you put Arabic subtitles on them, there's just a whole dynamic of content that you can push onto them. So that's what they're really trying to do.
Okay. So you're saying there's a lot of different areas that can go and a lot of different niches that you can fill. Yes,
absolutely. That's exactly where the competition is heating up. It's on that last segment of content that the broadcasters, once they're done broadcasting, that they have nowhere else to put that content. So that's where it's going.
Okay. So when we look ahead at the future, what does that mean for the growth of the industry in terms of on-demand video and then the traditional big broadcasters? Do they both still have a role? Is one going to outpace the other?
Well, on-demand and streaming services are going to grow really fast. I mean, they're projected to have about $1 billion in market share by 2020. It's still going to be quite small compared to the broadcasters who are free-to-air content. But they're investing in localizing content, creating original content. I mean, Netflix, for instance, has said that it might maybe produce an Arabic show, or it's also going to use the Arabic subtitles on its own content. It has about a $6 billion budget in 2017, surely set to grow in 2018. Stars Play says the more Netflix creates these original content pieces, I mean, the more the Walking Deads of the world, the more the Grey's Anatomy with the mass appeal, the people that want to watch those shows will come onto Stars Play. OSN will continue pushing its content on these apps to just reduce that seepage. So it will also continue to grow. But will it overtake traditional TV? I don't think so.
Okay, okay. Wow, so lots of interesting innovations happening in this space. Looks like on-demand streaming is going to affect traditional TV broadcasters, but at the moment, there's still space for everyone.
Absolutely. It's the size of the pie that's growing.
Okay, great. Well, you've been watching Inside AB. This is Shayan Shakeel. I've been Jeremy Lawrence. Join us tomorrow, 10 a.m. every weekday, and do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks. See you.